I'm Sally Scalera, Urban Horticulture Agent and Master Gardener Coordinator with the University of Florida Brevard County Extension Service. And right now I'm out in our Brevard Botanical Garden. And I want to talk to you about why you would want to take a soil sample and how to collect a soil sample. So you may want to go ahead and get a soil sample for testing the nutrient levels in the soil pH. The other reason might be for the percentage of soil organic matter, but collecting the sample is the same for either. So if you want to test the soil in your lawn, you'll want to go ahead and make sure that the areas that you're testing all looks the same, because if there's a good part and a bad part, those should be two separate samples. You want to get 10 to 15 samples in each area to collect enough soil. So just go ahead and take your soil probe or your trowel and go down and get the sample and then put it in the bucket or in a bowl. It doesn't matter, but a bucket's really good because you're going to want to stir it up. And so if you have a trowel, you can go ahead and collect the sample, like just go down about 4 to 6 inches and then put the soil in here. And then once you get enough samples, you want to stir them all up. Then you'll want some kind of a container. Storage container will work fine, but you can go ahead and just scatter it in here because you want the sample to dry out before you go ahead and sift it to get a cup of the sample to send off to the soil lab.
Let's start at the top of the form. Please print neatly and enter your name, the date, address, city, zip code, and telephone number. Be sure to include your email so the laboratory can send your results to you more quickly. In step 2, you'll see 2 test options, Test A and Test B. For our sample today, we'll be choosing Test B, the soil fertility test. Test B provides results for soil pH, lime requirement, and levels of important nutrients. Under your sample ID, write a name that describes where the soil came from. For example, front lawn, backyard beds, or vegetable garden. Next, under county, write Brevard. Then enter the crop code that best matches what you're growing. You'll find the list of crop codes on the second page of the form. For example, if your sample is from a lawn, choose a code such as 72 for Bahia grass or 77 for St. Augustine grass. If your sample comes from your flower beds or vegetable garden, choose a landscape plants or vegetable garden code like 603 or 90. Next, circle the $10 cost for Test B. That's the total cost for each sample you submit using this test. At the bottom of the form, indicate your method of payment: check, money order, or cash. Please remember, checks and money orders should be made payable to the University of Florida, and it's best not to send cash through the mail.